6:3. Then the Lord said, My spirit will not contend with man forever, for he is mortal. His days will be 120 years. Firstly, this sentence right after 1 and 2, right after those sons of God start to mating with human girls, and so they start to breeding, give children's. But kind of it looks like two lifespan within here. One is Noah, Cain, and Adam, his family recorded. They are 900 years. And here, bunch of a human, only 120 years. Is that possible? Two lifetime, two kinds of human being, parallel live on the earth? Yeah, it's possible, because, well, they are the royal family, they are the son of the gods, or they still directly, inherited from Eden or something, made them different, so they can live longer, live like a king. But their amount is small, because they start to give a birth about 100 years or 120, whatever. They don't have much offsprings. That's possible, but the others may populate much more. So Son of God can pick any, right? Also, another thing is, I notice why God's spirit cannot stay in the human for that long. There are two possibilities. One, if you stay long, you will get lost, or you get contaminated. You will be ruined. That's what I think. Also, another thing is, when God told us, He gave us eternal life, whatever. But from all those chapters, I never see He wants us to live forever. No, none of it. Because firstly, He doesn't want us to take the fruit of life, right? Even kick us out of the Eden because of a sin. That's the church said. Actually, the reason is because He doesn't want us to become same like God, which means the original purpose of creating human is not to make we are like God, just a slave or some below them. So we can't get the eternal life. Even the wisdom fruits are already like a bonus. The second thing is, secondly, He doesn't want us live forever, live long. So reduce the lifespan from what? From 900 or 1,000 to 120. Same thing. At the original setting, Cain, Adam, their life is about 1,000 years. So we never designed to live, never made to live for that long, for live eternally. That's what I first impression, or first got the first things from this sentence. I start to think right here, the age 120 reduced to 120. It feels like God used certain numbers, some, I'd rather say decimal. Yeah. So decimal is the the gods or divine well they've been using. So we can see like in the beginning, God measure everything by the day, season, year. So it's like we have a full, we have a what, 365? No, not necessarily, because that time the earth may not doing the 365, may 364, 66, but seasons, quarter, right? And right now is like I think probably is decimal, because when we have the church like give a monthly like a giving, it's a tenth of income. So it's probably they use that kind of decimal. And also another thing is, I noticed when God said the spirit cannot dwelling in the flesh forever, that means there is one thing called spirit. There is one flesh. But what about the unique parts of ourselves? Soul. What's the soul? I'm keep thinking, is that possible? Because after the spirit left, after we die, our soul is left, right? But nobody knew so where is soul gonna go. I think this is a vague picture. It's kind of like every person, every of us is a universe, very small universe. Yes, God created a small universe, use the abyss, the earth, those kind of material to make a small, tiny universe. And every tiny universe impact the earth, impact the abyss, from the soul level, from the water, blood consumption, consume the product on the earth. So kind of like the small universe impact another planet, a big planet. So that's the ways they change or transform the earth. They try to conquer the whole thing. May take a really long, thousands years, but that's the ways they use our purpose. Not only as a slave, we probably as a tool. That's the setting. Yeah, also another tenth decimal. Our brain development is like what? 1/10 of a brain. 1/10 of a brain. So a lot of things you can match. Another thing I'm keep thinking this sentence try to give us, pass the message to us, is kind of why God's soul, God's spirit cannot stay in human forever. Why? Yeah, the previous sentence I talk about video, I talk about contamination or like maybe it's just like the possible is everything has a power, energy. So if the spirit leave the mother sets like God, or leave the environment for so long, it will be snatched by the abyss, by the earth. So it's a battle. I just sense right here is very interestingly just showed we made by spirit and the flesh. Also the soul is the product of the battle. So our soul never set peace. Only die. After die, our soul rest in peace, because the battle is finished. Also, these kind of battle are random. So our soul showed like a restless or happy or angry or sad, because the abyss is so big, so huge, and the spirit is we never know what it is. So two like unknown put together generates so much unknown. Also, it explains why the soul number, the number of souls start to growing, because when the battle grows, the random result. There is another random result. Everyone is unique because every battle is unique. That's my understanding. After I realized the soul is the product of the battle between spirit and the abyss. Now I understand what's the difference between eternity and live forever. Live forever is basically you carry your remorse, your love, your hate. You carry your own coordination system. You continually expand your life experience. But for the eternity, I think, remember at the end of the Bible, not everyone can get eternity. Also, even Christian believers, only very small amount, seven tribes or whatever, only very small amount of them will be called to the heaven by the end. Most of them will in the sleep or waiting in a pending stage. So that even explains, because soul as a energy or as a product of those the battle, it carries certain unique color, unique things. But God, He wants the religion or wants a certain way of a practice to make those souls to be unified, to be the same, or to purify. Use this word, to purify those things. So that's the energy, or that's the force He needs, or that's the ways to battle with the abyss, because abyss give a little bit, poquito, and the heaven spirit give a little bit of poquito, but these poquitos are actually tangible things. So they exist with the free will. They exist. So when you really take the parts to you, you take away from other party. So you win the battle. So that's the stage. That's the process. I think I gradually get that part. Also, I start to realize why, like a human or something, we have a big change. It's kind of like we are the small universe, right? Each universe follow the entropy, the law of the thermodynamic, and for our date of birth, our fate, whatever, we can, those things, I think we can consider it as a constant numbers. So you want to live longer, you need to eat less. You eat a lot, your health, your life gonna short. You want to have a super extra power, you have a talent, you need to use something to change. So that time when God, He realized if His spirit lived too long, and it will be contaminated, or it will be taken away by the universe, those universe, so small universe, or faded within the small universe. So He reduced the process. He fast fast boost the process. So in exchange for that, I think we gain a lot of abilities, and human got a lot of ability to sense, to feeling. That the acceleration is faster, but the process you dramatically make it short. That's what I sense from this sentence. 6:4. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of men and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. Nephilim, it's like a giants, or hyper angel men, that human. That's the definition for Nephilim. But first question for me is, it's against the concept of angel, because angel has no genitals, right? They have no genders. So how can they give a birth? So hyper angel men, I would say against the Jesus, unless God has the two. I don't know. Just like I feel Nephilim, but definitely Nephilim I think is joined, because it match with the renown, that's the word. Because ancient time, who made the people to remember? Someone with a high morale? No. Someone sings well? No, the time like passed by, because that time people survive against the bad disaster, animal, beasts. Those people can leading, they have more survivability, they have a strength, they have speed, whatever, those things, they made the people remember. But if you just a regular faster, regular strength, it's not worthy or not able to let the people talk about it, to be that famous. So remember, like a Hercules, he's a giant. He's not that giant, but he's a very, very excessively, extremely power, right? So he's also hybrid human. So think about what means giant. Like Shaq O'Neal, no, he's not giant. Jordan, no, they're just bigger than us. Do you think I'm gonna follow them to talk about what they do every day? No, they're just bigger. So maybe they will be remembered for a while, but not talk about within or around those tribes. Because that time there is no internet, there is no phone, no telegram, whatever. People just keep talking something extremely strong impact on them. So I would say giant means they really big. Well, in my view, someone if over 4-5 meters, I have no way to against, period. If someone only like 2 or 3 meters, I still have something. We still can against them. But if too big, also think about sons of a God. That means they have tools, they have weapons, or they have something much modernized, much well equipped than us, right? So they are total different species. Then they can call sons of God. Some explanations say sons of God actually are children of Thess, the Adam bloodline. No, I don't think so. That's a lazy way to explain, because you can call yourself sons of God. Maybe they feel proud of it, but I believe in the Bible, when God tried to use such hidden method to tell people who was on the earth, I think it's more close to those crew members or those other heavens. They had a hybrid human with a human's daughter. So what's the first picture when we heard about the giants? My first picture is they are huge, right? Then human just like ants or like maggots or grasshopper in front of them. And many humans carry sheep, carry pigs, carry cows, whatever, food to them. And those giants, they eat a lot, right? So their voice is really loud. But those giants, when this sentence talks about they are the hero of the renown, which means they could be general, could be someone fighter, because it didn't say they are the kings, famous king, the kings of renown, just the hero. So they are the pawns of the under the noble family or under certain structure. So those people, those giants, getting more and more, because sons of God, they start mating with human girls, and they start to populate such creatures. And those creatures, they need to consume a lot of food, a lot of energy. They may take food, they may take, I don't know, gold or stone or something as their energy intake. So they will have much more like because they have much more power. So output of power, so they need extra intake, right? Also, those giants, by that time, far ancient time, they are not like Marvel heroes with a high morale or help people, whatever. They are the tools of the power. They kill, they tear people, tear human to pieces. They throw humans far away. They smash, crash the bone. That's the giants. That's those peoples. And their temper is really uncontrollable, unpredictable. So those kind of creature becomes a disaster or an uncontrollable element for God's project, because to develop something, to control the earth, God wants to see a smooth process. But because of the son of the God, they start to populate giants. One or two is okay. It's under the control. We always talk about the margin of the error, right? Those kind of things. So one or two is acceptable. Also, the Earth producing speed will follow their consumption speed, right? Consuming speed. So it's acceptable. Even God said, okay, let the ocean produce more and more. So he predicted might happen. But I think heavens has a lot of uncontrollable parties. Everybody wants to get a piece of the earth. Everybody wants to jump in. So a lot of sons of God, the second generation, I'd rather say, because those old, the first generation crew member, or first generation gods, it's hard for them to get on the earth, and it might because of the protocol or something, cause the conflict between them and God, so they can't. But they send their second generation to earth, and those guys cause big disaster and sabotage the whole project. And at this point, God will not allow. Why? Because He has a plan. He has to see the development, has see the fruit, the wisdom and fruit, how to develop. But like the ways of those giants, those heroes, probably the whole culture, the whole earth will be destroyed because they consume too much. Yeah, and everything will be kind of like within a short time period. So God is ready to reset. It's already in His mind because of these kind of big disaster, giants, population, it cause really bad ending. So also at this point we notice, okay, always human, God, and another party called Lucifer or fallen angels. But where are they? Because the fallen angel, their like a strategy is different. They try to fast the process. They try to ask a human to take the wisdom of fruit to develop the culture, develop a new culture or something. They try to just because they want in a hurry. But looks like a God like give them thousands years, right? Try to develop some kind of different culture or different approach to take over the earth, to conquer the earth. And I think the giants, or those sons of God, they are the third party. It was interesting. More and more heavens parties, maybe liberal, I don't know. Yeah, the third party involved because they believe more brutal force or more fat older way, because we notice there are a lot of a stone culture, like a huge stone pyramid, stone structure, those times. So I think they are another party kind of group in the heavens. They try to occupy, try to practice on the earth. So God has his own method, they have their own method, and the Lucifer or whatever serpent behind his force, they use another approach. Maybe, I don't know, magic or dark force, who knows. All parties try to practice their own method and try to see. So right now, the Earth project, getting messy and messy. So it's time to reset. Also, it's based on the thermodynamic rules and the entropy rule, law of entropy. Everything, it's kind of like a balance. You have an equation, and even God need to follow. But right now, everything tilting. It's falling apart. So it's time to reset.